about springing into profits using technical analysis, whether you're trading stocks or futures, or whether you're trading Forex or any other instrument. Technical analysis is my go-to tool to find precision and clarity in my trading. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Anka Metcalf, and I'm the CEO and founder of TradeOutLoud.com, which is a trading education firm that is specialized in educating individuals how to day trade and swing trade the futures and the equities market. I've been doing this professionally for the last 17 years, and I'm focused on day trading futures for the first 2 hours in the morning based on price velocity, and also swing trading stocks and futures. Prior to becoming a professional independent trader, I come with 10+ years in investment banking, and I have mentored traders from beginners all the way to financial advisors, hedge fund traders worldwide on futures, stock, Forex, options. And believe me, 2 years ago when cryptocurrencies were very hot, I had a lot of traders that came to me for cryptocurrency patterns and for technical analysis in cryptocurrencies. I'm a presenter, speaker, and educator and author, and my main activity every single day that I love doing what I'm doing every single day, like I said, is trading. So this actually is the biggest part of my day and my #1 focus. And presentations, speakers, education, etc. come second. I'm the designer of an institutional proprietary trading system that is based on price support resistance. Hello, let's take a pause here. I'm talking about supply and demand, because if your trading is based only on support resistance, supply and demand, you're only trading only 10% of the equation. There are 8 layers of price support resistance, and you need to pay attention, especially in this market environment, to all the participating levels in the market. So supply and resistance, guys, doesn't cut it. So you need to know much more than that. And like I said, basic supply and demand represents only 10% of the equation, and especially doesn't work in today's market environment. And I'm not a true believer in only in a simple support resistance pattern. I also have developed throughout my trading career specific trigger times for throughout the day. I'm going to show you an example of a trade that I have walked my traders through, and I show them how they can grow and trade micro accounts. For those of you that have smaller account sizes, you can grow as much as you can literally trade a full contract size account. These trigger times are very precise. They happen every single day in the market, give or take about 7 to 10 minutes around those key areas. But more information about that, I'm going to be sharing as we're getting closer to those slides. Specific price zones. There are four price points throughout the charts that enables price action to find true support. So this is another layer of support that I just mentioned. Also this is an institutional level. Institutional traders love, and also algorithmic trading, right? Because institutional traders are the ones that are preparing the strategies for the programmers, so high frequency trading computers can execute those specific trades. So these are 4 price points on charts without which you can't really have enough depth in the market to assess whether that is a confluence area or whether it is a strong buy or a strong sell. And also these price points serve as targets, other targets than we actually set 7 styles of targets. So when we establish a target, it's not just, let's say if we're going long, it's not just into the prior resistance. That would be like literally trading blind. And also chart synchronicity. Today's, again, another perfect example of chart synchronicity and divergency. Why? Well, because we started the trading session with NASDAQ, E-mini NASDAQ that had a lot of relative strength compared to the rest of the indices. Russell continued to be weak, and actually it is one of the weakest indices right now. It is leading along with the Dow. Dow as well, very weak. And again, as more coronaviruses show up, we're getting literally tape bombs that are pushing the price lower. And as Boeing is making a new low and the tourism industry is just being really hit right now. I live in Boca Raton, Florida, and I could tell you that There are a lot of events around Boca Raton, a lot around Miami that Fort Lauderdale, this is like full spring festival right here, right now, getting in gear for the spring break. There are a lot of concerts going on. They have all been canceled. Everything has been canceled right now. So I'm telling you where I live and what the situation is. So the city and literally the state of Florida is taking precautionary measures. Plus, we do have those 3 cases into the Tampa area. So extreme caution is being taken. For those of you that want to follow me, you could go to my website. It is TradeOutLoud.com. You can find out more about what we offer and what we teach. And also you can reach us on social media with the handle TradeOutLoud. On Twitter, I post every single morning my trade plan for the day for day trading the futures indices, gold and oil. So if you want to hop on there and get a first look at a kick and how we're starting the trading day, you have our levels, you have all the homework done for you right there. All you have to do is execute the trades. And that we offer for free. Also, what else do? We offer trading education classes that are different than any educator is offering in the industry, because we are powering this system with our proprietary trading method that literally shows you how to trade on a daily basis. So we put it into practice and we're showing you how to put everything together. Everybody out there is teaching technical analysis, is teaching it into how to use indicators, teaching you how to use this, is teaching you strategies, is teaching you, but there is no educator out there that is showing you literally how to put everything together. So all in all, for what you're getting with a lot of educators out there, online educators, and also with really big education companies. Some of them are brick and mortar companies out there. You're getting the education, but you're not getting how to put everything together. It's just like going on Amazon and buying a book, reading a book, and then, hey, guess what? You're on your own. So I find that one of my goals when I started educating individuals how to day trade and swing trade the futures and the equities market was to create self-sufficient traders. So I think that this is one of the key components. I don't want students wrapped up into a trading room for a long period of time. I want them to be able to trade on their own. And this is my purpose. So we do have the Power Inc. Futures day trading class, which is our best-selling class, because and with the best results that we have from our students. A lot of students make a lot of money using this methodology, and they have a very high successful rate. In fact, I would say maybe more than 98% of the traders that take the class are with me in the trading room. And they're more in the trading room just to back up their what they're thinking about the market and to have that extra layer of confidence. I also teach Power Wealth Futures swing trading, because guess what? Some of the traders cannot be with me in the first 2 hours in the morning. So if they're not, hey Richard, yeah, of course he's I would say my neighbor, not quite, but he lives like half a mile from where I live. Okay. So also I swing trade and active invest in stocks. Also provide services, like I said, futures trading room. We have a futures trade alert setup service. We have swing trading stocks, newsletter alerts, and we also provide private coaching. But let's get to the fun stuff. Guys, trading is a recession-proof skill. Whether you're trading or investing, well, I wouldn't really invest at the moment because the market is just trying to settle in. But this is the perfect time to learn how to trade and start becoming a professional trader. Why? Because it's a recession-proof skill. Because you can go long in the market, you can make money shorting the market. And believe it or not, you make more money shorting the market than going long in the market, because the panic, the fear, much greater than the greed. The other thing is that trading, you have to know, literally when you are embarking on this journey, you have to know that trading is one of the hardest things that you're ever going to do. So it's not easy. Sometimes it is really frustrating when things are not working out, if you don't know how to piece the things together. And I find that 90% of the traders that come to me do not know how to piece the things together, which is one of the hardest things to do. And also, on the other hand, it's also addicting because once you know how to do it, you can't slip away from the market. You have to be in there every single time. Even if I'm not in a trade, I'm constantly working on, I'm constantly looking at the market. I have the phone with me every single time. I have an app because I don't want to log in to my platform every single time. So I go on investing.com and check out where the futures market is, where my stocks are, if I have a long-term portfolio, if I have a short swing-term portfolio. So I want to know where the price is at each and every single time. I also love to place alerts on the charts. So for instance, today, right before I came into this presentation, I went for a walk, okay? And while I went for a walk, I noticed that oil, and we had an alert today in oil. I'm gonna show you the trade. We had an alert in oil for a short under 46.30. So 46.28 was my entry in it. Actually, I got it. I got in a little bit later because I had the alert. I didn't have the order in. The trading room was wrapped up, but when I saw the market just pushing lower, a lot of selling pressure coming in. Obviously, this is going to be pressure on oil as well. So it's not going to be on demand anymore. So I wanted it to capture. I'm going to show you the chart in oil as well. But I got in a little bit later today. So I got it at a 46.23, but that's fine because for me, oil is a swing trade that can literally progress lower into the 45.65. We're going to talk about that later. The more passionate you are about trading and the more you love it, it will become extremely rewarding for you. You got to love what you're doing. If you are getting into this industry just to say, hey, just want to make a quick buck, I'm going for that 1 tick, 2 ticks, and then I'm done for the day because I can't focus on more. The job is not for you. I focused on high velocity trades, and you're going to see that my trades are based on really higher momentum, but trailed on a smaller time frame. So it's a combination of both worlds, higher time frames and smaller time frames. Trading is not an 8-hour job, especially if you're at the beginner stage. There's a lot of homework that needs to be done, not necessarily, work that you need to do and write a novel about technical analysis and how you understand it. But no, it's chart work. So you need to do a lot of chart scanning, a lot of chart reading. The more charts you start scanning, the more charts you start reading and analyzing, interpreting, going through all the time frames, the more you're going to understand the system that goes into those charts. I'm going to talk to you again today about how I analyze my charts a little bit further on. So it goes beyond sitting down at the market open and getting up at the market close. Of course, I'm doing this for my traders, and what I'm providing in the trading room is a hand-holding system. So if you have never traded a day in your life, and if you really don't know, if you really have no interest in learning how to trade, coming into the trading room, you're still going to learn a little bit about trading because I'm explaining all my thought process from the beginner stage. So from when I get into the trade until I get out of the trade. So it's a hand-holding system. I tell you every second of the time that when I get into a trade, I am literally following through every second to how I manage, why I manage here. I go through time frames. I show time frames as with everything there. So you understand the concept and have confidence to take the trades. Because if you don't have the confidence to take the trade, you're trading blindly. And then if the trade fails, you're going to say, oh man, she gave me a losing trade. Now that's a sore loser, right? Because losing is part of the process, but your losses have to be like super small compared to your winners. You need to invest time. Time is the most important thing that you need to invest in trading. Time is really precious. If you don't put in the time, you're not going to get the money. So that's super simple. So you choose how to learn. You can learn by a trial and error, which a lot of traders are doing, or you could trade in the know-how. But I just want to tell you one thing. Do you think a doctor, when the doctor, starts his trading career, do you think he jumps from college, boom, he goes right into brain surgery? No, he needs the preparation for it, right? Same with the lawyer, right? Do you think a lawyer is just form overnight? You graduate college and boom, you're a lawyer. No, it doesn't work like that. Same thing with trading. Trading is a business. You got to be really well prepared. Think about a hedge fund. Do you think that a hedge fund manager went from high school and boom, now he's a hedge fund manager and he manages a portfolio? No, it doesn't work like that. So he went through education, and a specific education. That's why you need trading education. I don't care where you get your trading education from, but to make sure that wherever you get your trading education, you get a track record of the performance. Make sure that you talk with your mentor and get all the details of the methodology and everything. So trading is not a game, and trading definitely is not a gamble. You need a lot of commitment. This is another thing that you need for trading. You need to be very serious in your approach and treat it as a business. When you're getting to your desk in the morning, you got to zoom out of everything. There is nothing around you. There are no phones, no TVs, no outside world. You don't care about coronavirus. You could care less about what your neighbor is doing. You could care less what Twitter is talking about. You could care less about your friends on Facebook. It doesn't matter. It's you and the chart, because remember, you're giving it your 100% attention. If you're a day trader, you have 2 hours. Okay, because I like to focus my attention within 2 hours, and I give it my 110% if I can, because I only want to involve 2 hours of trading in my day. So that's why I become super focused on that specific time frame. Stop being a professional student. Now, I know that this is a syndrome that is going around with all this infobesity, and you're getting a lot of materials from all over. Make sure that you customize it for yourself and also adapt it to your style of trading. What is your style? Determine, okay, realistically, what is the time that I can sit down and analyze the trades? What is the time that I can allocate to my real-time trading? Can I allocate a lot of time? Can I allocate in the morning? Can I allocate the afternoon? Do I have a full-time job and then maybe day trading is not for me, and maybe I can adapt into swing trading? Swing trading is very, very profitable, and it's really great. I love swing trading. I'm going to share with you some swing trades that I have been since Tuesday. In fact, it is the gold trade. You don't need to have a trade every single day. All you need, and in fact, we only had 2 big trades, one yesterday and one the day before yesterday, and then we're done. And now we're in oil. 3 trades in a week. I mean, this is not compulsive trading, but that is because it's dictated by the current environment. We're trading in a very high volatility environment, and this promotes continuity in price action, follow through. So try to find your niche. Is it stocks that you're interested in? Is it futures that you're interested in? And throughout this week, I've talked to you about the advantages of trading futures, and I love trading futures, right? Because I only trade 4 charts. I don't have to do a lot of scanning. I don't have to pay attention to anything else on chart. Then these 4 charts, and I live and breathe them. You wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I pretty much know the pattern by heart. If if you're asking me, okay, where's the price? Where's the price trading in the last 4 days? Is it under minor support? Is it under major resistance? Where is it? Okay, so I can tell you right off the bat, right then, where the price is trading at. And same with oil and gold, because you're living, breathing just 6 charts. Okay, if you add a little bit more excitement, you can add some other commodities like copper and natural gas, or you can add bonds to your portfolio. So it all depends on what you love to trade. I, for instance, am not a big fan of bonds. I have traded bonds very successfully this year, and there was a tremendous opportunity you saw with the big move to the upside, and I loved it. Currencies, Richard, again, currencies are great to trade through futures. I love trading currency futures, but the reality is that I missed a really great move in the Swissy that I saw. But the reality is that, I'm really focused on the indices. So everybody's different. I have traders, so I teach the same methodology for everything. So you can apply the methodology, even though it is tailored for futures, which is the most difficult aspect and most difficult asset to trade. It is the most difficult asset. It's a combination between stocks and Forex. Forex is extremely whippy and it's regulated by central banks. It is really, really hard to pin down. I used to trade Forex extremely successfully over the years. I stopped doing it about 8 to 9 years ago. And also I have incorporated futures as my primary method of income instead of day trading stocks about 8 to 9 years ago. So try to find your niche. What is it that you like? Is it stock trading? Do you like to look through stocks? Is it day trading? Is it swing trading? I can tell you that there's massive swing trading opportunities right now. to the upside or to the downside. Take a look at Costco chart. Now, remember, guys, there are some stocks that you could take a lot of advantage as you're going into the second quarter with this coronavirus that is going on, right? Think about this. What is the one industry that is really going to profit from this? It's the staple, right? Is the staple sector. So a consumer staple like Costco, right? Did you see Costco? Costco rotated back up. So it had the meltdown when we were hit with the first volatility with that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waterfall down, and then it rotated very nicely and it pushed the price higher. Today, this morning was trading over 320, guys, from a low of 200. Let me see right here, a 270 something, 273 or so. I can't see with the cursor because of the Zoom room. But anyways, it went again into resistance today, almost made a new high, right? Almost made a new high for the year. We had a new high for the year at 325, almost went to the new high, 324 today and change. So you have tremendous opportunities in stocks. If you like trading stocks, I love swing trading and active investing in stocks. Today, pleasantly surprised by earnings in Kroger. Kroger again, beautiful stock, core trade. I have it as an active investment from last year. So I'm not even managing it. These are stocks, for instance, from the food industry. Take a look at Walmart. Walmart is not really affected by this whole coronavirus thing, right? The industry that is most affected are airlines, tourism, Disney, right? I mean, sooner or later, you're going to probably see that Disney parks that are going to be closed, and then you're going to see a waterfall down in Disney. The other thing that you need to commit to is and realize is how much time can you allocate to trading realistically. So I don't want to exceed those 2 hours, because the reason why I got into trading is to have more free time, right? So I only trade those 2 hours, but then I get back in the afternoon, I scan a little bit for some swing trading opportunities that is not taking me more than 30 to 40 minutes every other day. Again, another very important thing, do not waste your money before you receive trading education. Get educated before you get into any kinds of trades. And of course, services come second, right? So if you want to subscribe to a room, if you want to subscribe to a service, if you want to subscribe to a newsletter, just make sure that you have and you understand the trades that they're posting, because remember, you are trading someone else's trading plan, right? And that you don't know what that person's trading plan is. So that's the risk of it. So don't rely on that person. So back it up with your trading education and say, hey, you know what? You called this long or short, but I see it here from the technical image that it should be the other way around. So make sure you receive the trading education to confirm your directional buys. Listen, I have been in trading rooms before I started Trade Out Loud. Why? Because I needed the company. I was literally bored. It was just myself and my computers, and I was not talking to anyone. So when I started trading, you know, there were no trading rooms around. I remember the days when, you know, you would pay for the commissions were $40 or $20 to get into a trade, and to get into a trade, and another $20 or $40 to get out of the trade. So things were very much different. But now, with access to data, with access to these phenomenal platforms that we all have right now, all except Robinhood, okay? So everything that we have going on right now, and commission free in stocks, is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. One of the most important parts of trading, and the most important parts of trading are rarely discussed, right? And what is the number one thing? Confidence. Do you have confidence to take the trade? If you don't have confidence to take the trade, it means that you're lacking the education, and you're lacking something is not right in that technical pattern. If you say that, okay, I would like to take it here, but I'm not really sure, I don't want to take it. It's two things, right? It's either the trade is not there, because if you have to squint, and if you have to think about getting into a trade because you're not sure, the trade is not there. So it's obviously a pattern that is not evident enough to stare you in the face. You have to have confidence to execute the trades. You know when to get in, you know when to get out. Like, I'm confident in my trading. I actually have all the trades pre-packaged for my traders before the market even opens. So when the market opens at 9:30, all we need to do is place our limit orders to buy or to sell or whatever the case may be, and that's it. So you have to have a really high degree of confidence, and confidence is coming from education. You also have conviction that it is going to do, the price is going to do what it is supposed to do. And literally most of the time, if you have perfect time alignment and you have the conviction, the trades are going to be working for you. The other thing that a lot of traders are lacking is patience. If you're lacking patience, guess what? You're not alone. You know, you're not alone. And when I first started trading, I was suffering from lack of patience as well. And I would trade smaller time frames, really smaller time frames, like 1 and 2 minute. Because the thing is that when you start trading, you think that if you're trading smaller time frames, you're actually going to have tighter stops. It's going to work way better than higher time frames. Wrong. If you want to be a successful trader, you got to zoom out to a little bit of higher time frame and know how to incorporate it on a smaller time frame, or even trail it on a smaller time frame as you're getting through targets. Mental toughness. This is a big one. When the trade starts going against you, you got to have that mental toughness and also confidence and conviction that the price is going to do what it's supposed to do on the technical chart. I'm going to walk you through one of my thought process in a trade that I have executed yesterday in the trading room. Discipline. You have to have the discipline to wait for the pattern to form. If you're watching a 15-minute, guess what? Chart, you know, patterns do not form every 5 minutes on the 15-minute chart. If you want to trade more clarity, you have to wait sometimes 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or even 1 hour at a time before you get a setup. So don't tell me that you don't have patience to wait for a trade. You just have to wait for candlestick completion and to wait for a pattern. Education is a must. You cannot succeed unless you have really good, solid trading education. All these factors represent 90% of the battle. And regardless of your trading philosophy, if your head's not right, you won't be successful. This webinar, I prepared this webinar for individuals who want to follow the institutional footprints. You want to follow the institutional footprints. You want to follow the velocity of the trade, be in trade, capture the big bucks. And I'm not talking about those 1-2 ticks or whatever. I'm talking about big targets. And you want to be in sync with institutional money, with the institutional moves, with the institutional momentum, with the institutional trend, and with the institutional trades, especially with the algorithmic trading. Traders who are ready to eliminate frustration from trading. If you are ready to eliminate the frustration from trading, join our trading room and let me train you. I can eliminate that frustration from your trading. I can show you where the true buy zones for algorithmic trading, for institutional footprints are before you even get into a trade, or before the price is even achieving that area or trading into that area. If you want to trade with clarity and stress-free, trade a method that is a highly institutional grade trading method. And also, if you want to become a consistent trader, know how to adapt and eliminate the noise. A lot of traders are stuck on a tick chart. In fact, today I had a conversation with a trader that was stuck on the 300 tick chart because he was taught by a humongous trading company that is the future zip code. And it's totally wrong. It's not correct. I mean, yes, you can zoom it out depending on the environment onto a tick chart, but you're going to have so much stop out. So from this, I could tell you right now that the individuals that are teaching how to trade, they do not run trading rooms where they show traders how to trade with a hand-holding system. If you have a hand-holding system, if you deliver the trader the entry, the stop, the target, and you deliver the most important part of the trade, which is trailing, you show the trader how you trail. If you have, and if you show any kind of individual how to do all things, you will have him for life, because this is what gains confidence. And when you see that, you know, you have one successful trade after another successful trade after another successful trade, of course that trader gains confidence in the system, right? Oftentimes we had traders that joined the trading room, and after about 2 months, they came to me and said, hey, you know what? I'm sold. I want to learn how to do it myself. I want to learn how to have the confidence to take the trades that you take. So if you're ready to learn a methodology that works in any asset, whether you're trading stocks or whether you're trading futures or forex or anything that you're trading on the planet, using one simple, easy system, this is it. By the way, this is my trading, and I'm sitting right here at this desk. This is my office in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. And I trade off of these 5 screens that you see here. Right in the middle, there's my active trader. You can see that I have no other distractions. I don't have any Twitter on. I don't have, you know, any, I could care less about tweets. I don't care. I zoom out of everything. I don't care about the news. I don't care about anything. All I care is about price action, 100% price action, and my levels. So this is my active trader right here. This is my active where I execute my trades. This is my multi-time frame analysis where I type in the symbol and it generates all my time frames that I'm looking at, from the 1 minute to the 15 minute and from 1 hour all the way to the weekly chart. And this is my watch list. This is what I trade every single day. So I don't have a watch list per se on paper, right? A lot of traders are putting a watch list on paper and, you know, they're looking, okay, so today I want to trade NASDAQ, but you don't have a NASDAQ chart right in front of you. So how can you trade NASDAQ when you have no idea what price action is doing? And this is my watch list. In fact, here, now I have another monitor here that also has stock charts. So I have a lot of NASDAQ charts that are on this monitor, and I have the Dow stocks on this monitor. Okay, and I have my scanner, my trade idea scanner on another screen. So what traders want? What traders want? Every single time a trader, you know, that approaches me, say, hey, you know what? I want kind of like, is your system going to generate me profits? Okay, is your system going to generate me profits? Give me the holy grail or sell me an indicator that will tell me exactly what to do. And there is no such indicator in existence. There are a lot of companies out there, tech companies that are trying to come up with some kind of indicators that follow price, follow volume, you know, they follow different things, but trust me, it's nothing like learning how to trade price action with a naked eye on a naked chart. So mastering our technical analysis approach will improve your trading. So our system is designed to pinpoint entries with maximum accuracy. Like I said, before the market even opens at 9:30 in my trading room, and with my students, they receive the trades for the day, and I'm going to show you an example how they receive them. If you want to trade, if you want to know exactly where to place stops so you don't get stopped out as often, and also what kind of stop to use, right? Is this a market environment where you use a hard stop? Is this a market environment where you use a soft stop? Because there are different market environments and you have to adapt as a trader according to what stop you're going to be using. How about targets? A lot of traders set targets only into previous resistance high. I mean, are you kidding me? There are so many levels that institutional traders look at. That is just ridiculous. Like literally resistance line. If you're going into a long trade, resistance line is just one of the 8 target levels, right? So institutions and algorithms are looking at different levels. How about trailing, right? How about trailing? Everybody can post a trade and everybody can see where the target is, right? More or less. But guess what? Very few traders, I found that only 10% of the traders know how to trail the trade into targets, because that's the real battle. How do I get that trade into my target? Okay. And also, how about management, right? Management for the trade. Management is super important. The risk, the reward, right? And also position sizing. Today I had a discussion in the trading room about position sizing, saying, hey, you know what? My stops are a killer. I just feel very anxious when I'm having my stops, when I have to put a stop. And that is because a lot of times traders are a bit oversized in their trades. When you are oversized, you cannot think clearly. Go down in size, minimize your size, and you're going to see that you're not going to be trading your P&L, but you're going to be trading your chart. Also technical analysis allows you to trade with precision any instrument, futures, stocks, forex, cryptocurrencies. Can be used on any time frame, whether you're day trading, this is my income producing style of trading, or whether you're swing trading or active investing, this is my wealth generation accounts. So it provides accuracy, confidence, and consistency because it is a rule-based system, right? It has to meet your criteria. So it's super easy. If it meets your criteria of any stock or index or whatever you may be trading, if that chart pattern meets your criteria, yes, you're going to have an entry. If it doesn't meet your criteria, just go grab a cup of coffee, take a look at the chart later. If it sets up, fine. If it doesn't set up, you don't have to trade every single day. eliminates fear and stress, and you could trade with more clarity, creates focus, and helps with pattern recognition at precise locations. So when it comes to trading, I find that decluttering is the best way to go. Just simplify your life, create zen around you. So how many times have you been in a trade, it triggered, then it stopped you out? Oh, okay. Sucks, right? It totally sucks. How many times have you found yourself chasing trades? This is the worst thing that traders do, chasing trades. How many times you stared at the trades not knowing what to do, yet you pulled the trigger anyway, just because you're, bored. Okay. And I know a lot of traders that do this. They're in front of the computers, or just because the market is open, boom, they have to hit the trigger, whether buy or sell. They don't really think, right? How many times do you feel I lost not knowing where to enter or exit trades? And how often do you find yourself in a trade in the middle of the news announcement? All right. If you're new to trading, this can happen, right? This can happen. Now, yesterday I was in a trade. I was in the Dow long. We generated massive profits for us, and we had consumer confidence at 10 o'clock. So there's a specific way in which you trade as you're going into these numbers, right? So if you find yourself that you are in a trade, you're involved in a trade already, there is a system in place where you can actually protect what you have made, right? You're trailing a little bit tighter, or you're putting a hard stop. And depending on the time frame that you're trading, I usually place the stops below big support zones. Keep it simple with a structured approach. Time to simplify your trading. Literally, it's time to simplify your trading. Just step back, look at charts in a new, different way. Eliminate the noise. If your zip code was on really smaller time frames, 1-2 minute, just zoom out a little bit and see how your trading and your approach to trading is going to improve. Free advice. Okay, apply a systematic approach to trading. Have a mathematical approach. Determine entries in minutes and hours in advance, right? So in technical analysis versus indicators, in technical analysis, you have natural price action, right? Natural price action is going to dictate your price velocity, is going to dictate the possibility for follow through into patterns, right? A few technical indicators will pinpoint high accuracy entries, stops, targets available for free on every single platform. That's right, free, no cost on any kind of platform. The only indicators that I use for my day trading are a few moving averages and the volume. So once you become a master of price action, you don't need any other indicator because you have confidence in price. The other thing for my swing trading, the only thing that I have added is the Williams percent R, but that's it. And I don't even watch it every single time, but when we get a massive decline or when we get into oversold or overbought area, that becomes super helpful. But I don't use it on a day-to-day basis. Also indicators, call me old school trading, been trading for 20 years. So indicators, they're delayed. Sometimes you get a monthly subscription and you have to pay up for it up front. It takes you a lot of time to learn how to use it, maybe 3 to 4 times. I had students of mine that took the class, they were doing fine, and then they bought into an indicator, and guess what? They spun their wheels for about 5 to 6 months. They came back to the class. I haven't seen them at the retake for a long time, and then they came back and they said, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe the story. It's like, oh, okay, indicator, right? Because I knew it. Okay, they're shiny. They think that there's that holy grail, right? Trust me, guys. The only people that are making money off of these indicators are literally the individuals that are selling them, right? So technical analysis will provide accurate read on any chart and any instrument. It will literally override news events, any artificial indicator, earnings, and even dark pool. Technical analysis helps you to find trading opportunities in any market, in any style of trading, whether you're day trading, swing trading, or actively investing. You only have to learn, and this is the best part about it, you only have to learn how to do it once, and then repetition, learn, and dig deep into the patterns and learn one segment at a time and say, hey, this month I'm only going to focus, I don't know, on moving averages and learning how to use these moving averages, and I teach you how to do that. Technical analysis will also teach you how to trade with price action, show you the interaction between buyers and sellers. Who has the upper hand right now? Is it the buyers? Is it the sellers? Depending on the time frame, depending on the shapes of the candles. It will prevent you from chasing trades. It'll tell you when the right time is to buy or to sell by using precise trigger points that are very easy to identify on the charts, when to add to a trade and when to apply damage control. This is my favorite part, and I am an expert on damage control. I could tell you right now, and oftentimes I've done it in the trading room. I'm doing it once in a while in the trading room. And what I'm doing is actually, I'm telling my traders, okay, you want to do a practice drill? You want to do a drill now? I'm going to get in. I don't care. Short, long, you guys tell me. Give me the instrument and give me the symbol, whether it's a stock or whether it is an index. I don't care. I could care less. Just give me a price point and I can show you how I can get out with profit by the end of the day. So regardless of what you are trading, stocks, futures, forex, options, or cryptocurrencies, technical analysis is a must. Let me show you. This is my trade from yesterday into the mini Dow. We started off the day. I had an alert at 26,600, and voila, this is me right here. You don't have the whole context of the trade, but let me tell you, this was resistance high. I took it right here. We had a really strong buy into this level, and then we started to push lower, knowing that at 10 o'clock we have a strong reversal time. And because the context of the structure of the chart promoted higher price action, guess what I did? I added one more lot right here where you can see this inside bar. I added one more lot here with a very tight stop underneath the bar, and it didn't work out. So I stopped out. So I had one lot right here. I had actually 3 contracts here. And the price went against me. And this is how I do damage control. The price went against me. I don't trade the P&L. I could care less what the P&L is showing me. So I just focus on price action. I say to myself, you can do this. This is awesome. This is a little challenging. You love challenge, right? A day has to be exciting, right? This is the excitement. When the price goes straight up, parabolic, I mean, like, let's face it, that's an easy trade. But the true trader is a skilled trader that knows how to get himself or herself out of damage control and actually, make some profit, make a little bit of profit. So you can see right here that this is where I entered above this green bar high, above this green bar low. I had the stop. This is where I added another 3 contracts. So I added 3 contracts here. This is the entry. This is the stop. Stopped out only from the 3 contracts. And then on this 5-minute rotation, I added another 3 more. And voila, we had massive follow through into targets, by the way, into 27,000, and we had targets all along the way. I'm going to show you the results from yesterday. The traders have received these trades, guess what, 30 minutes in advance from the trigger point. All right, so gold long, this is another trade that I'm in. I'm actually in this trade. I have this trade in multiple accounts. So I have it from 15. I have it once at 1590. I called it at 1590 and 1580. I didn't add into the 80, so I have it at 1590, and that's in a long-term portfolio. I have it right there. I have targets all the way into 17 and 18,000 for the remaining of the year. But this is gold long again. We called it twice into yesterday's trading and yesterday's trading and the day before, right? So we had it long, 1650. Again, this is another trade. Again, I did not add to this as the original entry. We have it at 1612 and it exploded above the range. And we had targets for today of 55, 50, 55, and 60 level, and we still have. Today we had a drill into the trading room. I'm going to go a little bit faster right now. We had a drill in the trading room. I didn't like the structure of the market today, so I didn't really want to put on a trade, but I wanted to show the traders, hey, give me that symbol and just let's get in, long or short, you know, just blindfolded. I just bought, okay? Blindfolded, I just bought. And this is the result with micros. Today, at the end of the trading session, we have a trader that took the class. His name is Michael. He has a smaller account size, and he was trading He was trading micros today, and he took this in his real account. He was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And I can't believe it. He made money in his account. This is a trader that has traded for 7 years without making a profit in the market. So this is high caliber education and high caliber trading live in front of my students. So the strategy was that we got in a trade somewhere right here. The price went up, then it dropped again, and then we added to the trade based on a technical rotation. This is a proprietary method that we use. And then we hit our targets. We were out. We saw the momentum that was slowing down out. And this is with the micro, guys. How many of you would love to have $200 a day? How many of you would love to have $200 a day? Right? Just coming in with really low pressure trading. Okay. Oil trade of the day. By the way, guys, oil had a low of $45.88. $45.88. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets that were achieved, $45.80. Here it is. Okay. So we achieved so many targets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 targets today in the trading room. Okay, so it was the trade a little bit later, right? Because I told you that I came from a walk and the trade already triggered. So I'm like, oh, I got to rush to my office. Okay, massive profits. This is from yesterday. This is how we delivered the trades. We are confident. We are 100% sure that if the trade is going to meet these entries or short criteria, we are going to have a high odds trade. And that is 75 or 80% above the average. You can see them right here, or targets hit. This is an accumulation of $2,000 per contract. If you are trading it with one contract, this is high velocity trading method. S&P hit all targets, 46 points, $2,300 per contract. NASDAQ hit all targets, $900 per contract. And GC, look at the GC trade. It's right there at the bottom, no trigger, 1650. It didn't have any trigger by the end of the trading session last night. Guess what? Trade's still valid. Okay, so potential, it adds up fast. Micro minis, micro goals for small accounts. Don't think that you have a small account, you can't make money. Yes, you can. If you have the proper education, if you have the proper assistance and guidance, you can make money. $100 a day, that's $500 a week, that's $2,000 a month, that's $24,000 a year. Bonus coming from cash, coming from that time that you spend learning how to trade, a recession-proof trade. So if you're a day trader, get your feet wet with swing trading. This is a real great opportunity for you to get a feel. Even day trading, right? So consider swing trading as these massive bonus bucks. So I don't use any sophisticated indicators. My charts are very simple. You saw my charts, they're like super clean. I don't like to have clutter. I have nice white charts throughout. You're gonna learn a system that will allow you to accurately find entries, determine technical stops, calculate the targets like institutional traders do, not like other retail traders. We don't wanna trade with the herd, okay? We wanna trade with the institutional traders. You wanna trail stress-free, you wanna translate candlestick language into profits, and you wanna identify patterns with these. Remember, in trading, guys, there is no room for average. What is average? The top of the bottom and the bottom of the top. So using simple strategies, no distraction. Like I said, when I trade, I have my phone off. I could care less what the Twitter is saying. I could care less what my friends on Facebook are saying. I could care less what other traders are thinking. I don't want them to influence my train of thought. I could care less. I know I am the best trader there is to trade my money. I could care less what everybody else is saying. So what I want to mention here is that these are 5 tools that I want to share with you and that you need to know how to trade with. And a lot of times, a lot of you know about basic price support resistance, but, and I agree, now price support resistance is fine, but guess what? When we're starting further pullback process, it's that minor support, minor resistance that is going to play a bigger role than your major support resistance. Therefore, your basic supply and demand, your old-fashioned supply and demand, that is like so 80s or 90s, right? Trend lines are very helpful. If you cannot visually recognize a trend with the higher highs and higher lows, definitely, this is something that you can incorporate in your trading. I don't like to use trend lines. You know, I like to teach about trend lines. But the reality is that once you develop, you know, your skill, you really don't need to see that additional line. I see a lot of things, you know, on Twitter with trend lines and this and that, and oh my God, a lot of comments and no real trades. I see the other thing is that I use Fibonacci retracement and Fibonacci projections, because when I trade and when I day trade, I want precise target levels. I want to know where the algos are going to take profit, because boom, when the algos are hitting that target level, you're going to see the momentum fade out and the retracement is going to start. And also a couple of moving averages that are not very sophisticated to use. I use the 20, 50, and 200 SMA and the 10 EMA, volume and price. That's it. Keep it super simple. One thing that I wanted to add here is that, and I mentioned at the beginning of this course, trading is not about knowing only where to determine entries. Trading is not about knowing how to place stops and what kind of stops to use. Trading is not all about management. It's not all about all psychology. It's not all about technical points. It's how you put the puzzle together. And this is what we ace on, because we trade in front of traders every single day, and we have a transparent portfolio since 2017, since we initiated the trading room. Transparent portfolio with all the trades, all the good, the bad, the ugly. Okay, and we have come out positive. I have performance portfolio since 2010, since TradeOutLoud was born for stocks. How many traders have that? Just ask them. Okay, so just ask your next mentor or your educator, hey, show me the performance from 2010. Okay, so I have 10 years performance portfolio. Okay, so I can show you every trade that I took from then till now, and that's true performance. Okay, so the element that goes in each trade at each click of the mouse. So you have to compute everything when you click that mouse for the buy button or the sell button. You have to know the market dynamics, technical analysis, multi-time frame alignment, pinpointing entries, accuracy in determining stops, establishing targets, trailing, controlling risk, money management, and psychology. If you can achieve all this when you enter it, actually before you enter the trade, you know that you're into that 2 or 3% that make it in trading. So pre-planning. How real trading is done. What goes into the pre-planning? Guess what, guys? Newsflash is not as sophisticated. First off, you got to take a look at the economics of the day. So economic calendar of the day. I don't even pop up my platform before, before I look at the economic releases. I got to know what is going on. Okay, today we had OPEC, and but I just read, and I just read the news, and then I look at the chart, because guess what? The interpretation is going to be in price action. So why would you waste your time looking at news, trying to analyze news when everything is factored in price? Okay. I also look at earnings. If there is a big major player, because I'm a day trader, I'm a futures day trader, and if there's a big major player in the market, like Google or Amazon reporting earnings, guess what I'm going to be trading? NASDAQ, right? If I have financials at the beginning of each quarter, guess what my focus is? The S&P. So if I have Boeing or Caterpillar or Disney that is reporting earnings, guess what my interest of the day is going to be? Dow. Okay, so it's very interesting how you can incorporate earnings into futures. Not a lot of traders know how to do that. Market tempo. The market has a certain tempo. Okay, so all institutional traders know the market tempo. You have to know when to buy, when to sell, and what are the calculated pullback phases according to the timing in the market. Today, I had a successful trade because at 10 o'clock we had a major reversal time into the market, and that correlated with one of my strategies with the timing that promotes higher price action. Okay, and that's why we added to the long in that Dow mini sample. Chart analysis. Chart analysis is a must. The more charts you analyze, and I urge you, I know you may be busy throughout the week, but on weekend, dedicate at least an hour or 2 hours in analyzing charts. Try to do the best you can. Use tools like a pencil tool, draw trend lines, draw support lines, whatever you could do to your ability to try to determine the trend, if it's a counter trend, etc. And then you have to choose the trade. So I find it's really hard because I'm a futures trader. I wanted to simplify my life. I live in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. I don't want to sit in front of the computer my whole day. So I only train the first 2 hours in the morning and then I'm done. Okay. And then I'm done. And I don't even have to trade every single day, right? You saw like I had literally massive profits in gold. I have massive profits yesterday in the Dow. Okay. So I literally had 2 big trades this week that literally made my week. Okay. Made my week. And for some, that would be like a yearly salary, right? Like a yearly wage. So it's really hard to miss a trade when you're only watching 6 charts. In trading, you should only have 4 outcomes. You either have big wins, like we scored big yesterday in the Dow, like hundreds of points with price velocity, hundreds of points. I mean, literally, it was an amazing trade. And also in gold, right? In gold, we initiated gold trade. Now, this is a secondary entry at 1640, but the initial trade was not even at 1612 where we initiated the swing. And by the way, guys, we delivered these trades before the market opens. Okay. So you got to have big wins, small wins, break even trades, and small losses. And your confidence level needs to be very high. So why should you care what the institutions are doing? Because the institutions are the big sharks. Traders need to learn to swim along with them. I used to be an institutional trader. Okay, so I know what we're after. Institutional sharks see your orders and they have them for breakfast or their lunch menu. Institutional money create the current that moves the market, the waves, the buy wave or the sell wave. And experienced traders have no fear. I never have any fear when it comes to trading. I never have any fear. And trust me, I am on the mic 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours every single day. And I don't think I transpire any kind of fear, but I transpire confidence, calm, and action. So next time when you hit the buy button, think about this. Who do you want to trade? Who are you trading against or with? Do you want to trade against the trend funds? Go ahead, don't have the patience. But if you want to trade with the hedge funds, with the institutional traders, with the portfolio managers, with the big prop companies, with the market makers, with hedgers, and with algos, have the patience to wait for the market. So next time you jump into a trade, think about this. 10% of the traders make money from the rest of the 90% of the traders. Okay, my time is almost up, but it's time to wrap up. We have an upcoming class. It's the Power Income Futures Trading course. We just wrapped up last course that we had, the February course, last Friday. It was an intense course. It is an institutional grade trading system for the retail trader. It is a stress-free methodology of trading. So if you want to eliminate that stress-free, if you feel like you have that hot potato feeling when you're trading, it is not for you. Okay, we're going to teach you institutional levels. We're going to teach you precise buy sell zones, management and risk management, high odds patterns and setups, how and where to place stops and what kind of stops to use on different market environments, trading psychology, and best of all, guys, with caps, putting everything together. So we basically teach the 6 major disciplines of every single trade: the entry, the stop, the target, trade management, position size, the trailing. We teach you the market tempo, right? The certain market tempo, especially for day traders. If you're a swing trader, it's useful even if you're a swing trader, if you want to add to your positions. But it is great for day traders. How to maximize your timing using key moving averages and other powerful free indicators. Don't clutter your charts. Once I see a chart that is over cluttered, I'm like, oh my God, I'm just stepping away. I'm dizzy. Okay. Also, how to maximize gains and minimize losses using proper money management techniques, market timing, precise timing, right? Because this is all about, right? I'm about precise timing. I want to know when I get in and when I get out. So if you want the keys to the kingdom, you can unlock any chart on any time frame in any instrument: futures, stock, forex, option, cryptos, whatever you want to do for day trading, swing trading, or even active investing. We have the class. We offer the live class. I'm teaching the class. It's always live. It's not going to be recorded. It's not going to be something that is after the fact. You have a question, you ask me then. You have unlimited access to myself. I only provide the class for a very small number of individuals every month. You're going to also receive the on-demand recording, the e-manual, which is about 350 pages, platform layout. I'm going to help you with everything, risk charts, etc. So if you want to join, you could actually sign up today, and you have access to the trading room immediately, and you have access to the last week's class recordings if you want to do it right away. And if you sign up by Friday, so Friday's tomorrow at midnight, I'm going to provide you 3 extra months in the trading room. Trading room is $300 a month, so that is $900 savings in this. So guys, you know how frustrating navigating the markets are. This live course will help you start your trading career and trade with confidence. Thanks so much, David. This is a wrap.